Hi and welcome everyone. I'm Ajita and this video is from Inspirit Yoga. Today is the second day of this 7 days long series for Vinyasa Yoga. So all those people who are looking for a full body workout in the morning or any time of the day and want to check out a nice video and practice, then let's get started with second day. Alright my lovely friends, subscribers and all those people who are viewing my video today, welcome to my channel and let's sit comfortably in Sukhasana, or which is easy pose. So sit comfortably with your legs folded in an easy way and place both the hands over your knees as we are going to start with stretches before really getting into the asanas. So bend your neck left and right to the max, stretch your neck, keep your back straight and now lift your chin up, bring your chin to chest, great. Again, lift your chin up, bring your chin to chest. For those who have cervical pain or neck pain, must avoid forward bending of the neck and continue the stretching of neck. And now bring your neck side to side as we are going to bring the ears closer to the shoulders and not really the shoulders going up. So keep your shoulders relaxed and continue practicing side bending of the neck. Great. We are going to practice some arms and shoulder stretch. So breathe in as you lift both the arms up towards the sky. Push your chest out and stretch your arms and shoulders up towards the sky. And take a nice and deep inhale as you push your chest out. And as you exhale, bring both the hands back on the mat. And now we are going to practice some nice upper back stretch. So both the arms parallel to the mat. And we are going to twist. So twist on your left and bring your left hand back to the max. So stretch your left hand to the back and twist from your chest. Push your chest out and try to look back towards the left hand. And now again, bring your left hand in the center. We are going to practice the same from right hand. So bring your right hand back to the max. Push your chest out and twist from your chest and try to look back towards the right hand. Keep your chest pushed out. This is a nice stretch on your shoulders and upper back. In fact, on your arms too, if you stretch it nicely. And now bring both the hands together and you're going to practice twisting. So the right hand will go at the outer edge of the left knee and your alternate hand will go on the mat behind your hips, and the elbow, which is the left elbow, will be straight. So as you straighten your left elbow, your torso will automatically get lifted up. It will become straight and the posture will become absolutely right, and your hand, the right hand, will be at the outer edge here. Push your chest out and twist from your waist. Try to look at the wall behind you as you twist from your waist. And now come back in the center. We're going to practice the same from alternate sides. So the left hand will go at the outer edge of the right knee and the alternate hand will go at the back. And push your chest out, twist. And now come back in the center as we're going to practice butterfly. So here you go, both the soles of the feet together and your fingers will be crossed. You are going to hold the toes of your feet. Keep your heels closer to your body, nearer to your perineum region, and we are going to practice a nice stretch in our pelvic muscles. So all those people who are watching the video right now, must practice pelvic opening exercises, and especially all those pregnant ladies who are looking for a normal delivery should also practice this butterfly and feel that stretch, deeper stretch in your inner thighs and pelvic muscles. And now bring both the hands over your knees, and if your knees are slightly lifted up from the mat, then it's absolutely okay. Whatever is your capacity, try to push your knees down with your hands. Push your knees down towards the mat. Make sure that your lower back, your waist region is straight and lifted up. Push your chest out. So that's how you sit in Bhadrasana. And now try to push your knees, press your knees slightly down towards the mat. Breathe in and breathe out from your nostrils. And now we are going to sit in Kagasana. So come on your feet if you can. If you can sit like this, then sit. Otherwise, if you can't really sit, then place your hips next to the wall. So right now, as I'm sitting in Kagasana, my hips are touching the wall, and if you are not flexible enough, then you can maintain a slight gap between your feet and knees and sit comfortably in Kagasana. So whatever is your flexibility here, I have tried to demonstrate the two modifications of Kagasana. So here you go. Sit in Kagasana, push your chest out, and now straighten your right leg. So the left foot is really very close to your body right now. The right leg is straight, and now press the right knee down towards the mat. And if you're not flexible enough, it's okay. Slightly keep your knees in a bent position. So micro bend your knees and curl your toes in. Hold your wrist at the back. Push your chest out and straighten your spine starting from your lower back. So lift your lower back up and push your chest out. Press your knees down and curl your toes in. The alternate knee will be up. So don't just let it collapse down. It has to be up towards your chest. Now bend down to the max. And hold there for a couple of breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Push your chest out one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Great. You're going to practice the same from alternate sides. So your right foot will be closer to the inner thigh of the left leg and will be closer to your body. Push your chest out, spine straight. Don't let it collapse down. Okay, so hold your posture nice and straight, erect from your lower back. Make sure that your hips are firmly placed on the mat. Hold your wrist at the lower back and breathe out as you bend down from your lower back and feel that nice stretch in your legs. Curl your toe in, toe of your left foot in, and breathe in, breathe out. Again, breathe in, push your chest out and breathe out. Lovely. And now we are going to practice some power yoga, as we call it. Upward plank, both the hands at the back, slightly away from your body. Alright, and the fingertips will be curled in. Straighten your elbows and bring both the legs straighten together and lift your hips up in upward plank and drop your neck back. Breathe in and breathe out. You can also rock front and back. So your heels are right now on the mat and your hands are on the mat. Press the heels of your hands firmly hard on the mat, and the heels of your the feet will be on the mat, and you can drop the neck back if you don't have a neck pain. If you have a neck pain, then you can take control of your neck instead of really dropping it back, and breathe in. Keep your hips lifted up and breathe out. Great. And now we're going to lie down in Pavan Mukta Asana, which is the next asana. So bring your knees closer to your chest and hold your elbows if you can, and if you can't, then you can just cross the fingers of your hands and bring your forehead towards the knees. And if you have a neck pain, then don't lift your head. Keep your head on the mat. And now start rolling in Pavan Mukta Asana. Rolling like a baby. Great. This gives a nice massage on your spine. So keep rolling if you can. If you can't, then you roll like a baby, but slightly. You don't need to really roll a lot. And come back. Breathe in and breathe out. And now we are going to sit in Vajrasana. So bring your hips over your heels. Sit comfortably. You can take a nice and deep inhale from your nostrils. Breathe in and full blow of exhale as you breathe out from your nostrils. So it's yoga. Here we mostly talk about nostril breathing. Every time when you inhale or exhale, it's all about breathing in and breathing out from your nostrils. Alright, and now come on all fours. So your knees on the mat and your hands on the mat. And now lift your knees up to come in Parvatasana or mountain pose. So let's start pedaling in Parvatasana. Bend your alternate knees and feel that good stretch in your legs and your hamstrings and calf muscles. Make sure that your head is between your arms and keep pedaling. Keep breathing. And now lift your right foot up and place it in between your hands if you can. If you can't, if you're not flexible enough, you can place your right foot wherever it's possible. So I'm going to place it in between the hands and maintain a very nice gap between both the feet. The left foot will be back. Bring your torso straight. Alright, and now suck in your navel region in towards the spine. As you do that, your tailbone will automatically go in and you will be able to take control of your core, of your torso, because right now, as we are here in the warrior pose or Veerbhadrasana, this is very good exercise or yogic asana for strengthening the muscles. So it's important that we suck in our core muscle. Let the thigh feel that body weight as it's lifting our body weight right now. The knee of the left leg lifted up from the mat. Bring both the hands in Namaskar Mudra and breathe in. Push your chest out as you breathe in from your nostrils. Breathe out. Great. And now bring both the hands back on the mat besides your right foot and place your leg on the mat. The right leg will be on the mat. The left thigh is also on the mat as we are walking out on the split between the legs. This is the preparation for pigeon pose or Kapot Asana. Lift your both the arms up in Namaskar Mudra. Breathe in, push your chest out, breathe out and bring both the hands on the mat, forehead on the mat as you surrender yourself in Kapot Asana. Great. We are going to practice the same from alternate side. So bring your right foot along with the left foot and start pedaling again in mountain pose. Keep pedaling and keep breathing. And now lift your left foot up and place it in between your hands. The right leg is straight, the right knee is absolutely straight, my friends. And now come in the center, let your core be straight, let your spine be absolutely straight, and pull your navel region, the lower abdomen will be sucked in hard towards your spine. Let it take that body weight, engage your core and go down to the max and bring your both the hands up in Namaskar Mudra. Breathe in from your nostrils as you push your chest out and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out from your nostrils. And now bring both the hands besides your left foot and come back in Kapotasana as you are again walking out on the split between the legs in this beautiful Vinyasa yoga flow for full body. Bring both the hands in Namaskar Mudra up towards the sky. Push your chest out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring both the hands on the mat and bring your forehead on the mat as you surrender yourself in Kapotasana. Great. Come back in Parvatasana, which is mountain pose. So both the feet are together and your hands are besides each other. Prepare your mind. Prepare yourself for plank position. Bring your left forearm on the mat and come on your left side as you push your chest out, and as you exhale from your nostrils, suck in your lower abdomen hard and breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Lovely. And now we are going to practice the same from alternate sides. So I'll just change the side here. Here we go. The right forearm will be on the mat. And if you're not really able to strike a balance in side plank, then both the feet can be on the mat and then you can hold in side plank. Make sure while holding in side plank, you push your chest out so that your spine is straight and you can feel that side, the psoas working hard right now. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And now we are going to come in Chaturanga Dandasana. So first, come in full plank position, both the hands pressed hard on the mat, the toes are on the mat, and breathe in. As you breathe out, bring your chest in between your hands and don't let your chest drop down on the mat. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop your body down on the mat and maintain a slight gap in between both the legs as you lift your chest up in Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. Lift your chin up and look towards the sky. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Great. And now increase the gap between both the legs, maximum gap between your legs as you're going to practice twisting in Bhujangasana. So lift your body up, straighten your arms. Both the elbows are straight right now. We are going to twist. So twist on your left side and try to look at the right foot. Twist from your waist You're going to practice the same from alternate side. Twist on your right side, try to look at the left foot. Bring your chest down on the mat and reduce the gap between your legs. Relax in Makarasana. You can place your cheek over your hands, one hand on top of the other hand. The cheek is there, softly placed over your hand. From now till the end of the video, keep your eyes closed softly as we are going to relax. So listen to the instructions and close your eyes softly. Take a nice and deep inhale and full exhale. Bring your focus towards your legs and relax your legs. Bring your focus towards your lower back and relax your lower back. Bring your focus towards your hips and relax your hips. Slowly bring your focus up towards your upper back, the area which is just behind your chest, thoracic region, and relax your upper back. Observe your neck. Relax your neck. Observe your arms and shoulders and relax your arms and shoulders. Observe your facial muscles and relax your face. Relax your forehead. Take a deep inhale from your nostrils. Full exhale. And keep your eyes closed. Down on your side and sit on the mat as we are moving towards breathing practice or pranayama. So form a Mrigi Mudra of your right hand. If you want to really look at the screen and understand Mrigi Mudra, then my friends, here it is, the Mrigi Mudra of right hand, in which the first two fingers are folded in, and we are going to use thumb and ring finger to practice alternate nostril breathing. So here we go. The alternate hand, the left hand, will be softly placed over your knee in Dhyan Mudra, and Mrigi Mudra will be formed of the right hand. The right elbow will be closer to your body, and press your right nostril from your thumb. Breathe in from your left nostril. Speed of your breath will be slow. Breathe out from your right nostril. So press your left nostril with your ring finger. Again. Breathe in from right nostril. Press right nostril with your thumb and breathe out from your left nostril. We are going to practice the same for maybe a few more seconds. So continue the practice. Breathe in. Slow and deep inhale. Slow and complete exhale. Nice and slow. without sound breath. Observe the flow of your breath from nostrils till the end of lungs as you inhale, and as you exhale from lungs till nostrils. Continue. As you breathe out from your left nostril, release the practice of Nadi Shodhan Pranayama or alternate nostril breathing. Observe your forehead. Observe the silence in your forehead. Take a nice and deep inhale and full exhale, and rub your palms to generate a beautiful energy from your hands, and place your hands over your eyes. Open your eyes in your hands, and that's how we finish the Vinyasa Yoga Flow practice day 2. So I'm going to come up with 5 more videos. This is a total 7 days long series. So all those people and all the viewers, my friends, if you really liked the experience till the end of today's session, then subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, you will get updated. If you don't subscribe, you will not get updated about my latest videos, the videos which I launch for you to practice with me. Apart from this, I would like to also mention here that I have written an e-book, an electronic book, which is available on Amazon. This e-book is by the name Learn Surya Namaskar and 25 Asanas in 5 weeks. This book is divided in 5 weeks. All those people who are looking for a full body workout with different type of body focus yogic exercises, then you must click on the link below, which I have mentioned here in the detail below along with the details of the video. Just go through it, click on that link, and it will take you directly to the Amazon page where my book is available. This book has lots of images. Each asana is described with 3 to 4 images for you to understand with ease, and each asana has labels. So don't worry, you will be able to practice by looking at the ebook and by going through that ebook. And it's not a very boring textual ebook which has traditional knowledge. All those people who just want to practice simply at home, as we all are quarantined, can have a look at that ebook and give me your feedback. Thank you.